What is up, everyone, and welcome to my coverage of race number 2 of the PFI Speed Pro and Street Import classes within PSCA's Rocky Mountain Summer Series. Now, unlike the other classes in the series, these ones are full quarter mile and they run a ladder system instead of a trip draw for eliminations. Now, these classes are certainly not limited to Hondas by rules, and looking at the rules, I don't see any advantage that they would have, but nonetheless, they seem to be the ones coming out in force and actually racing. I'll leave the rules in the description. Now, starting with the Pro class, this is where the faster cars will compete, and right now we have Morgan Orchard as your points leader. Morgan is running a turbocharged B Series and has the field covered by quite a large margin. He was the number 1 qualifier in the event right off the trailer, and you'll see him coming up in the left lane. And kicking off round 1 on the right side of the screen, we have Morgan with his Turbo B-Series combination, and he is racing Derek Martin, who's running a Turbo B18 powered 92 Civic. Coming up on the left side, we have Eric with his turbocharged B18 C1 powered 94 Integra. His opponent is Stephen Boyd in a 95 Civic, who is also powered by a turbo B18 C1. And I believe another term for the motor is a GSR, but I'm honestly not that Honda literate. Coming up in the right side in a Turbo Prelude, we have Kyle. His YouTube channel is Boosted Boys, and if you're a Honda fan who frequents YouTube, you probably know the car. His opponent is Travis, who is running a turbocharged K20 powered 98 Civic.
It's around win. Here's Peterson. Travis is going to the final. I'll give you a little shout out there to
Now, moving on to the street class, Chris Phillips is your points leader, followed really closely by his brother Brian. They wound up racing each other in the finals at the last event, and I can only imagine the bragging rights that were thrown down after that race. Kicking off Eliminations Round number 1 on a bye run in his Turbo 61 Bug is your number 1 qualifier, Jim Grant. Now here's some footage of him qualifying, and then I'll get to his first pass.
We need you to the east side, please. Super Street, we need you to the east side of the staging lanes, please. And Super Rod, this is your last ball. Super Rod, last ball.
Next up, we have Scott in his 1996 Talon, and he is racing Sean in a Turbo Civic.
And gets the round win.
On the right, we have Chris in his LSV Tech Single Turbo 94 Civic, and his competition is Derek Martin in his 99 Civic.
And it looks like he's going to move on to round 2, 12:02. That's a good race.
For Chris Phil.
On the right side of the screen, in the 98 Integra, we have Rick Rudd, and his competition is Jamie Langford in a turbo 1.8 liter 97 Civic.
Into the win. How about 1081?
On the left side, in the 94 Integra, is Cody. His is a turbo 1.8 liter combination. He is racing Zoli, who is running a turbo B22000 Civic.
Cody goes 11:42, 125 miles.
In the 97 Prelude is Mario Hernandez. He is running a 2.2 liter combination, and his competition is Bora Torque in a 98 Integra.
Goes to round number.
On the left, getting pushed off of the line due to a leak, is Brian Phillips, who happened to be the number 2 vehicle of the series, and this is going to cost him dearly in the points race. His competition is Dan Willoughby in his Turbo 96 Civic.
We'll give you round win out of Johnstown, Colorado, 96 Civic. And that being
Next up is Mike Erfman in his Turbo GSR powered 90 CRX, and he was actually supposed to race Brandon Fabrizio. Brandon's listed as a red light, but I assume that just means it was a breakage and he wasn't able to make competition. I believe the Volkswagen did not weigh in after that run, which is required, and as a result, Chris actually takes the win this round.
and he cut a 19 lap.
Phillips chasing it. And he does 11:25.
Mike Earthman out of Westminster. 11:16, 123 miles an hour. It will be Chris and Mike.
How about that?
I'm just going to talk about Mike Earthman.
That's it.
And he pulls over very smart. He had a huge whole shot advantage. For Mike Earthman. He was probably going to win anyway. That's his fastest of the weekend. So congratulations, first time winner Mike Earthman. And congratulations to Chris Phillips. He's most likely your points leader. And he had a problem with the car and he pulled over. Exactly what you're supposed to do.
With that victory, Chris has solidified his points lead, and despite the breakage, Brian is still in the number 2 spot, but the gap has grown from 10 points to 50 points. And looking back at the Pro Series, Morgan continues to dominate and has extended his lead to a 90-point margin. Now, the final race is this weekend, so I'll try to get up that series quicker next time. Before I close out, huge shout out to PFI Speed for sponsoring the class, and they actually have their own video that's about an hour long that covers the racing way more personal in depth than what was here, so if you're into import racing, you should definitely go check them out. That being said, thanks for watching and have a great day.